exciting now.
Yeah. Is,
And TTC.
are we still doing is the young professional cook doing
The live
live
element.
film there?
As far as I know, yes, but I haven't heard from Judy yet.
Okay.
Last Would I email her last week? So I'm going to keep on looking for him, and go and watch the scenes. So we'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay. All right.
And so, how are things?
Good.
Good, good.
Yes, just one more week of school, then
That's
we
what I
have
was going to
finals.
ask.
Yes.
Exciting.
So it's even better now.
Oh, yes.
It's getting close.
Oh, good.
So it's good.
Any big plans for the summer?
Actually, I'm gonna go to France for
Oh,
a few weeks.
wonderful.
Yeah, I do some study there and to Quebec.
That sounds great.
Yeah, so a month of
So
study
you can
abroad.
speaking French pretty much the whole summer.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds good.
I'll be loving that.
Is there a big difference between French, and Canadian French?
Yeah, it's different. They use different words. The accent's different.
I
And even the south of France will be a little different than Paris.
guess that.
Paris, yeah, its own animal.
That's the same thing as the United States, I guess, in places where they do.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom.
Things are well with you?
Things are good, yeah. All good things. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Oh, it's contagious. You can't do that.
Oh, please. I was going to take a nap this afternoon, but I went to a movie instead.
Did you or did you see?
Oh, white. What did I see? White crow. Why can't I remember that bird?
Was that good? Was it
White
good?
crow is about Rudolph Nureyev.
Ooh. Okay. And it was good?
Yes, it was very good.
Nice.
So it was worth staying up for. Because I woke up at 5 this morning. Oh my God.
So it was a long day.
Yeah, it's been a long day. That movie that we saw, that was kind of interesting, wasn't it? That about the Orthodox community?
Oh yeah, the Queen, 93 Queens.
Yeah,
I
93
liked it.
Queen.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
liked
was
it.
kind of interesting. And it was nice having the rabbi and the Rebbitzin from Shabbat.
There's another speaker coming on Sunday. I'm coming Sunday morning.
Oh, what's that?
Rabbis. He's going to speak about, questions, everything you want to know. But and there's a Bible question.
Oh, right, because the kids are
But he's going to talk at 9:45.
No, I know I'm not going to. I know I'm. another stand.
A stand. I don't think I could stand there. I don't think I could stand there. Yes, I would get you a stand.
No, Greg is going. Greg is going.
Greg is going. Okay.
What? Greg's getting
He
it?
doesn't get paid for this.
All right, I'll be right back.
Neither do we. No, not this time. Oh, I know this happened. Yeah, I know. We don't usually sing that as the second song, but we are this time. Mix it up a little. No stand? Oh, we have to open the door. It isn't open. Yeah, then you can't get at it. It's too buried.
Okay, I was like, where is Max? Got it, that's his name. Oh, no, what? We can put him in. I like it.
The joke was they didn't use the cups for 22 minutes. Yes, it's just the at least one. The 10th inning. Yeah, the wind was blowing. Big time, big time. I think 79 17.
I guess we'll have to worry about this one tonight. Oh, yeah.
He couldn't access it. He couldn't access it.
Oh, no. Right, so you share it?
Shabbat Shalom. This is the second week in the Hebrew month of Iyar, and we are 28 days or 4 weeks into the counting of the Omer. This is a very special evening tonight. It's not just our regular Shabbat, but it's also confirmation. And as many of you know, confirmation means the coolest oneg of the year. Each of us comes into the sanctuary with a different need. Some of us come because it's our last night in Hebrew school. Others are here to seek comfort from the community and being together on Shabbat. Some are still fulfilling requirements for B'nai Mitzvah, but no more for confirmation. Whatever our reason for being here, let us take a moment to center ourselves, to breathe in this holy and spiritual time, to clear our minds, and to be in the presence of Shabbat. We come now to Shabbat, our time of joy, of rest, and of peace. And we begin our service this evening with the singing of Hine Ma Tov, which can be found in our prayer book in our Sidurim, beginning on page 10.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to the class of 2019's confirmation service. Our theme is Tikkun Olam, which translates to our call to heal the world. On behalf of my classmates and myself, we would like to thank you for being present tonight for our unforgettable Shabbat that we have been concocting for a decade. Moreover, I think we can all be honest here and say that we have really only been working on this for a year. Although we have already become adults within the Jewish community when we had our B'nai Mitzvahs, it is time to take on the role soon of becoming adults within America. Freedom is upon us, but to our parents, the end of the world is nearing as they think we are finally growing up. However, we hope that we can show you tonight that we aren't little kids anymore, that we are ready to become adults. With that being said, thank you for coming again, and enjoy the confirmation class of 2019 service. Shabbat Shalom.
It is my pleasure to invite to the Bima at this time to sanctify our Shabbat candles, Lori Teagan and Shannon Selbert. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Okay, great job. Great job. We continue with the singing of Ki Eshmeirah Shabbat. We continue with Baruch Hu, which can be found in our Sidurim in our prayer book on page 28. Will the congregation please rise? Please be seated.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma poteach sha'arim uvitvuna meshane itim umachalif et hazmanim umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem b'rakia kirtzono borei yom v'lo golel or mipne choshech, v'choshech mipne or, umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tzvaot shmo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
We continue with the Shema, which can be found on pages 34 and 35. Will the congregation please rise?
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. ושינתם לבניך, ודיברתם בם, V'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lechtecha v'derech, uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha, ug'shartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, ug'taftam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'isharecha. Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kiroshim leEloheihem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etem meretz Mitzrayim lehiot lahem leElohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim.
We continue with our congregational tefillah, which can be found on page 46. Will the congregation please rise? Adonai Zephatay Tifta Ofia Gita Hilateha. Adonai Zephatay Tifta Ofia Gita Hilateha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rahel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagidol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zoher Astei Avovim Ahot Umevi Gula Lifnei V'Nehem Laman Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch atah Adonai Mahagen Abraham V'Torah Tzara Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mehaye Metim Atav Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mekolkel Hayim Behesed Mehaye Metim Berahamim Ravim Somek Noflim Verofe Holim Umatir Asurim Umahaye Amunaton Lishene Yafa Mikamocha Ba'al Giverot Umidom Elav Melech Meimi Tumahaye Umatmiach Yeshua V'Ne'eman Atalahayot Metim Baruch atah Adonai Mehaye HaMetim Atah Kadosh V'Shiv HaKadosh Uv'Kodoshim V'Chol Hayom Tamu Hasela Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated.
Please turn to page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Please turn to page 58. Modim anachnu lach she'atah hu Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu le'olam va'ed. Tzur hayinu magen yishenu atah hu l'dor v'dor. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulcha na'el lehodo. Please join us on page 60 for Shalom Rav.
Yatahu melech adon,
Our Torah service continues on page 244. Please rise.
Elohim Adonai, Ve'nkema asercha, Malchutecha, Malchut Olamim, Umemshaltecha v'kol Orvado.
Please turn to page 247. In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now.
Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it.
Gadlu le'Adonai iti umroma shmo yachdav. Exalt Adonai with me. Let us extol God's name together.
Please be seated. Go ahead, David.
The Torah portion for tonight is Emor. After the Jews learned to be holy in the previous portion, Parashat Emor starts with commandments for the Kohanim, or priests, and Kohen Gadol, or high priests, who are required to be more pure. The Parashat then addresses the entire Jewish population to say that all who are ritually impure must not be near places of high holiness. After talking about the laws of giving a small amount of a harvest to a kohen before eating the rest and about blemishes resulting in a korban or offering, we are warned to not defile God's name and how we are instead supposed to sanctify God. Please turn to page 717.
Ta'amod malka bat devora la'aliyah ha'torah. Ta'amod bluma bat chana likro ha'torah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'na'an tamanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe emor el hakohanim b'nei ha'aron va'amarta Elohim lenefesh lo yitama ba'amav ki im lishero hakarov elav le'imo u'laviv v'livno u'vito u'lachav v'la'achoto habetula hakrova elav asher lo hayita le'ish la yitama.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu asher natan lanu Torah tameh v'chayei olam nata b'tzolteinu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Our thoughts now turn to those of our community and families who are ill and in need of healing. We think this evening of Aaron Alcock, Norm Block, Evan Georgie, Kathy Minardi, Stephanie Melvin, Chris Flynn, Leah Notaris, Mike Sawyer, and all who suffer, whom we know not by name. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah, hu yivarek v'yirapet kol cholei Yisrael v'yishlach lachem b'mehera refuah shlema, refuah nefesh refuah guf, v'nomar Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all who are stricken. May the Holy One of Praise mercifully restore them to health and to vigor. May God grant them health of body, health of spirit, and of mind. And let us say, Amen.
The B'nai Mitzvah process starts a year prior to a student's date. Even though students really don't start to meet with me until 6 or 7 months prior to that date, families begin to realize that this is really going to happen when their son or daughter can start signing in for their 13 required services. Tonight, we have a special opportunity to publicly begin one person's B'nai Mitzvah journey and to watch a veteran pass along his or her knowledge. So it is my pleasure to invite Jack Birnbaum to the Bema to share in this moment. Jack, we want to give you this prayer book to use over the next year and maybe even beyond that to become more familiar with the service in preparation for your big day a year from now. After the service, if need be, I will show you where to sign in so you can start getting your service credits.
And next year, Jack will stand here on the eve of his bar mitzvah and give the prayer book to the 6th grader who will share his Torah portion with him, just like Sam shared Emor with him. And of course, Hannah read tonight, Emor. So we link tradition and Torah together, building and strengthening our Jewish community. So if there's anyone else in the congregation besides Sam who had this Torah portion and Jack who will have this Torah portion, if anyone else had Emor as their Torah portion, now is the time to come up to the bima and have a special Emor priestly blessing. Any other Emors? Anyone want to just come up and make believe they had Emor? Well then, I ask Jack, Sam, and Hannah to come forward and for the congregation to please rise. Yeverechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vayikunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha vayasem lecha shalom vayasem lecha shalom. May God's countenance be lifted up unto you and grant you the most precious gift of peace. Ya'amod Aharon Avraham ben Yechiel Gedalia Hagba Ta'amod Chaya Carmela bat Yisrael v'Chana Golelet. Please be seated. Our prayer for the state of Israel can be found in our prayer book on page 259.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Our service continues on page 256 as we rise to return the Torah to the ark. Yehalelu et Shem Adonai ki nisgav shemo levado. Let us praise the name of Adonai, for God's name alone is exalted. God's majesty is above the earth and heaven, and God is the strength of our people, making God's faithful ones, Israel, a people close to the eternal. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Please be seated.
Confirmation, an ending to an era. What I can say throughout my years of Hebrew school is that time flies super fast. I can still remember all the times here I've had as I've grown up and going through so many transitions in my life, but still coming here every Sunday and having a Jewish experience. What does a Jewish experience look like, you might ask? Coming here every Sunday super early and being stuck, as Rabbi would say, in Sunday school, which now I have learned that I was wrong all these years. As I got near to the end of this year, one of the most important things that has stuck out to me throughout the school year and now my life was one of my Friday night services. In our prayer books, where we remember our loved ones, and this one line stuck out to me. It takes a lot of courage to love something that we know will leave us someday. This line and many moments of my Jewish life has impacted me the most because I never understood it until the day it really meant something to me. This very line made me think I could get through a tragedy that had occurred recently, and it was all because of my faith that helped me understand the concept of accepting death even more. I take it with me wherever I go. I now understand as I got older that having something like being Jewish can help benefit the ways I was raised, and I can say the same for my classmates. Being raised Jewish showed me that being different is okay, accepting life and death and love for our people. I got to know that each class has a different benefit, not just to my Hebrew knowledge, but to teachings of life and responsibility. The students in this class I have known all my life. I'm proud to say that I can graduate with them, and I hope they reach their religious goals just as much as I have reached mine. I wish them all the best, and I hope to continue a Jewish lifestyle the more I grow as a person and hopefully one day become a mother. I would love to raise my kids Jewish. This is one of the many ways I would like to make my grandparents proud of me, by keeping a Jewish lifestyle and letting them experience what Friday night Shabbats looked like and how I could look towards it as being with my family and loved ones. Thank you all for being here and watching us making a new leap forward into the second chapter of our Jewish lives.
Shabbat Shalom. Congregation Etz Chaim has been a community to my family and I for 3 generations. It started with my grandparents, who became members very early on in the congregation's history, and then my father attended Sunday school here. In fact, my dad was Rabbi Bob's first bar mitzvah, which can tell you just how long we've been here. In thinking about how long my family has been members at Congregation Etz Chaim, the life experiences they've had, the friends they've made, and that I have made, it makes me realize how special this congregation is. My family grew up here, and so have I. It seems like yesterday, when our class would come to the middle school, which was down the street. We would have Hebrew class, Hug, and then Judaica. Through the years, we enjoyed learning the Hebrew alphabet with Mrs. Margulies to get us ready for studying our Torah portions with Mrs. Wood. We also can't forget about Mar Honig's class, where he never failed to make us laugh. After that, there was the dreaded class combination, where both sessions joined each other to form one class. That year was incredibly impactful to lots of us, as we studied the Holocaust and visited the Holocaust Museum with Mrs. Woodmeyer. The next year, we learned about ethics and morality with Uli Woodmeyer, which really challenged our beliefs. This year, we learned about ongoing conflicts in Israel with Lori Teagan. We realized that Israel is not as perfect as we believed. We worked with Joel Spenadel and Shannon Selbert to find more ways that we could help the world within the congregation. In Rabbi C's class, alongside Jillian Burstein and Josh Rich, we learned even more about Judaism. I'm proud of how much the congregation helps those around them. When we were little, our class went on field trips to help support food banks, toy drives, and support single parents, all of which helped open our eyes to the real world and its problems. Everyone wants to think that the world is a perfect place, where everyone's happy, but it isn't anywhere near that. There are lots of people who are struggling and that are in need of support. We're fortunate enough to be able to give efforts to help those less fortunate around us. As many of you may know, the congregation opens their doors for DuPage pads almost every week, which is an incredibly kind act to do. This year, our class has been doing lots of work with Joel Spenadel to help those around us. We sold hats to the congregation, and the proceeds were split to be donated to the JDL and ASPCA. We also prepared meals to be used for DuPage pads and donated boxes of supplies to food banks. More recently, we held a pancake breakfast for congregants, and donations received were also donated. Even though our time at Sunday school has come to an end, we will continue to help the community. Some of us will come back to help teach, and some of us will find other ways to help those around us. I would like to thank my classmates. I've known many of them since kindergarten, and they all worked incredibly hard for this day. I would also like to thank Ann Stein and Marla Friedman for being such great educators. Thank you to Rabbi Bob, Rabbi Koznowski, and Rabbi Campbell for being there for us as we grew up and discovered our Jewish identity. Finally, I would like to thank the teachers here that have helped us bond with each other and grow up to be the people that we are today. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for any of you. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Your theme this year was Tikkun Olam, our call to heal the world. And truly, you have shown us that you are ready to receive this call because all year, and like you said, for most of your lives, you have been doing so, but now you're doing so on a much more mature level. I was with Rabbi Bob when we gave you your little Torahs for consecration, and you sang Rabbi Bob's favorite song, Little Torah. I was with you in 7th grade as your teacher, and I got to perform many of your B'nai Mitzvah. And then I had you again, thankfully, this year as well, where we deepened our understanding of what it means to be Jewish, why we're Jewish, and how to be Jewish in the larger world. But clearly you have demonstrated through your acts and through your maturity, through your bonding, that you're ready to go off into the world and to become future leaders of the Jewish people. And I would have to say, after I finally got you guys talking, we are in very good hands with them. We are truly blessed to be able to say that we had the privilege of teaching you, of learning with you. God willing, you'll come with me to Israel in a few years. Whatever the case, may we continue to go from strength to strength. And in that spirit, I'm going to ask everyone to please rise as we bless the confirmation class of 2019.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yishmarecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Please be seated.
My dear Talmidim, you have so much to be proud of this evening. Rabbi Hillel, one of our great teachers, said, "If I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, what am I?" Your commitment to learning, to each other, and to our community shows that you have taken Rabbi Hillel's words to heart. It is evident in your words and in your deeds. What is also evident is the commitment your great teachers have shown you. They have taken every step alongside you to reach this awesome destination. I know you are so grateful for all they've done. Joel Spenadel and Shannon Selbert tirelessly help plan and participate in your many Tikkun Olam projects. Lori Teagan's lessons dealing with Israel and issues you as a teenager face were engaging and thought-provoking. And the fact that Joel, Shannon, and Lori brought in donuts from time to time certainly didn't hurt. Rabbi Kosnowski, in her own inimitable way, provoked and challenged you to think about your identity and your faith. I also want to recognize Josh Rich for being Rabbi's Madrich. Josh will be leaving us to attend the University of Illinois, and we wish him only good things as he goes forward. Our Madrichim are an integral part of our religious school, and we are so grateful for their ongoing commitment to our students and staff. With that being said, I am so pleased that our confirmands are taking up the mantle of our graduating seniors. As I said, you have so much to be proud of, and we are so very, very proud of you. Kol hakavod. So without further ado, I'd like to call up Joel Smedadel and Josh Rich to help me present your certificate and gift. There you go. Josh, start with these, and they're in alphabetical order. Aaron Berman. Hannah Blanchett. Ruby Chafek. Max Ein. Samantha Hall. Lee Wenhert. Alex Levin. Avery Livingston. Matthew Miller, Brian Niederman, Matthew Perlman, Trevor Ray, Olivia Rich, Aw, so sweet, Cameron Saltzman, Caleb Samuels, Sam Scullion, William Talbot, and Ava Uditsky. Mazel tov to you all.
Our class gift is our contribution towards a Gaga pit for the temple, a fun game for any who wish to play. Our class is so grateful for our Jewish education. We are happy to be able to give back to the synagogue that has given so much to us. Thank you so much to this congregation that has helped shape our Jewish identities. The Gaga pit may be the gift we give to you, the congregation, but the demonstration of how we live our lives as we go off into our future will also be our gift to the entire Jewish community. On behalf of the class, I would like to thank our amazing 10th grade teachers that have done so much for us. Joel Spenadel, Lori Teagan, Shannon Selbert, Josh Rich, Jillian Burstein, and Rabbi Kaznowski. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So the sheet that I was handed to read tonight indicates I'm here as an officer of the congregation, but the real reason I'm here is as a confirmation class teacher. You see, I frequently say that being a teacher in our remarkable religious school is the most important job I have here at Etz Chaim. And it must be the case because when I tell people I'm a vice president of the congregation, they say, my condolences. But when I tell them I'm a teacher of Tikkun Olam to the 10th graders, they say, Mazel Tov. So to be honest, as a banker by day, I never expected to be a teacher anywhere. But one of the great things about being a member of Etz Chaim is you can do things that you wouldn't get to do otherwise, but you get to do it as long as your livelihood doesn't depend on it. It's been my privilege to teach this class for the past 3 years, most importantly, because I think I've learned more from the students than they've learned from me. So instead of just reading the announcements, I wanted to take my beam of time to commend the latest class for making it to confirmation and not only reaching this milestone, but doing it in style. Good job. I'm thrilled that your confirmation class theme this year is Tikkun Olam. This past year, you taught me about several charitable organizations that I didn't know existed that do great work with helping teens and families in need, and also protecting endangered animals and fighting climate change. As Caleb noted, by selling lots of peace hats and pancakes, you raised $360 for 3 charitable organizations. You also fed the hungry in our social hall and the elderly in Skokie, and prepared care packages for Jewish American soldiers overseas and for our PADS guests right here in Lombard. And you even cleared invasive plant species at nearby Lyman Woods. In the past year, I witnessed your caring nature, your determination, and your courage, and also your ability to forgive when the glue that I bought to repair those shattered clay pots that glue didn't work, did it? Not at all. Sorry, guys. Thanks for forgiving me. So kol hakavod for all your good deeds, and toda rabbah for all you taught me. I'm a better person for it. And I know each of you will continue to repair the world in your post-confirmation lives. So get after it after your well-earned weekend of rest. Shabbat shalom.
I now invite back up Josh Rich as our ark opener as we turn in our Sidurim to page 282 for the Aleinu, and I invite everyone to please rise. Everyone may be seated as we turn to page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Together, rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. Our thoughts now turn to those who are no longer with us. Tonight, as a community, we remember and honor the Yortzites of Robert Schwartz, Yosef Tavana, Frank Sally Yamanis, Agnes Tavana, Dora Freed, Michael Wagner, Edward Bell, and Regina Redmond. We also mourn the recent passing of David Samuels, brother of Steve Samuels and uncle of Mike Samuels, Robert Holbrook, brother-in-law of Mark and Laura Piachok, and Janelle Friedman, wife of Gerald Friedman and mother of David Friedman. If anyone else is in their period of mourning or observing someone's Yortzeit, please feel free to share their name as my hand passes you.
Irene Bronner Tyson.
We rise as one community and turn to page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yoteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayichon v'yomechon v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach leolam umei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barechu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'miran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Please be seated. It is customary for the 9th grade to help pass the kiddush, the wine and the grape juice for kiddush, and the challah for motzi, so that we could do kiddush and motzi in the sanctuary before we enter the social hall for the most excellent Onet Shabbat of the year. And so our fabulous 9th graders and friends are coming in, so I hope that you will help them with the wine and grape juice, and so everyone will take some and pass it and be very careful. Now, before we do kiddush and motzi, we have to do our closing song. And normally our choir, who's very adept and quite wonderful, does the closing song. But tonight, the confirmation class asked for a very special request, which I felt obliged to answer, which is to play their very favorite song, No It Is Not Little Torah. And so, while we are passing around kiddush and motzi, the bread and the wine for kiddush and motzi, I ask the confirmation class to please come front and center of the bima. You, my darling, are going to put that right underneath. And after we are finished with the most excellent song that we are going to sing, we will rise together as one congregation and do kiddush and motzi. The most excellent song that these wonderful confirmands wanted to hear and sing with us is called Stuck in Sunday School. I'm learning about Rebecca and Isaac, Rachel and Jacob, Sarah and Abraham.
I know they are my forefathers and my foremothers in the land of Canaan. Why bar mitzvah and confirmation is the way to torture another generation. So mama, don't wake me, daddy, don't make me, don't you know it's so uncool and so boring every Sunday morning being stuck in Sunday school. Learn about Shabbat, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, and Rosh Hashanah, Passover and Purim too. I love the songs and the memories and seeing my family, but most of all I love the food. Bar mitzvah and confirmation is a way to torture another generation. So mama, don't wake me, daddy, don't make me, don't you know it's so uncool and so boring every Sunday morning being stuck in Sunday school.
Be finished.
It's so boring every Sunday morning being stuck in Sunday school. Oh, we got to stand up here.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zeh tziyat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikohamim. Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam,
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'te'avon. Mazel tov, may you be blessed as you go on your way. Yeah, thank you, my darling. Thank you so much. All right. Well, another